3, 4.
Hello and welcome to the English Lovers by Honeybee. Today, after a long time, I'm actually going to make some grammar video. Earlier, I uploaded some rap music on my channel, and I got some kind of applause, and I got some kind of motivation from lots of people around me and even in India. So I will keep on doing those things also. Alongside, we will study also. That's also important. So what we're going to study today is, as you can see on the screen, there is a word called case. So usually when we talk about this word in our own place or in our mother language, when we say it, it's kind of, if there is any event happen, then we say it's a case. In that case, in this scenario. So, but in English grammar, its meaning is little different. Why we need to know that? If we really want to understand how the sentence is written and what are the different roles of like some lexical words are, then we have to understand what case is. Basically, case word is all about noun or pronoun, how they are playing role in a sentence. So whenever we talk about the parts of speech, they play their significant role, and as their role differs from sentence to sentence, we should know that what are the different cases, what are the different scenarios are there for them, and what are the different roles that they can play for people to understand, or even for the learners who actually are in the course of English speaking skill, English writing skill. They should know about it. So keeping that thing in mind, we are going to begin our study of the case. Let's go for it. Yeah. So as per the definition for the case is concerned, we know that what case is. In English grammar, case refers to the role of noun or pronoun plays in the sentence. So as I mentioned before that, it's all about noun or pronoun. Noun is a name of a person, place, or thing. That's a definition. But we should know that anything which has a name in the world, or any particle, anything, any place, whichsoever is named as something, that will be noun. So how those names play a role in the sentence, that is decided by the word case, or it refers to it. It tells us about noun or pronoun. They play some role in the sentence. So that's how it is. We will talk about thereafter. Just a second. Yeah, there are 5 cases in English grammar. There is a nominative case, which is also known as subjective case. There is objective case, which is also known as accusative case. In literal grammar language, we call it accusative case. Objective case, from objective case you can understand how it would work. Here we are talking about noun or pronoun. Whenever I'm going to talk about the case, you should understand that we are talking about the noun or pronoun and its role in the sentence. Then there is dative case, there is possessive case. Possessive case is also known as genitive case. We will understand how it is. Case in apposition. Case in apposition, we will understand 5 of them. So we have to understand there are 5 different cases that exist in English grammar for noun or pronoun. So when it comes to noun or pronoun, always remember nominative, objective, dative, possessive, and case and apposition. So if you really want to remember them in any kind of acronym, or you want to just create a kind of short name for their abbreviated name, you can create it yourself also, NODPC or something like, whichever is suitable to you, like you think, so that you can remember for a long time, so that you should know that different roles the noun or pronoun can play. They can play in these positions. So these are all the positions of different nouns and the pronouns. Whenever we are using noun or pronoun, they will have a certain position in the sentence. So what kind of position the noun or pronoun is in will decide that whether the case is a nominative case, or the objective case, or the dative case, or any of these 5 cases. So keeping that thing in mind, let's move further. First one is the nominative case, which is also known as subjective case. Subjective case in English grammar, we know that when a certain thing is in the subjective in the place of the subject. So whenever a noun is placed noun is placed in the place of the subject, then it is in the nominative case. So we can remember that, like when a noun is in the subject's place where we write the subject, we know the subject is written always in the beginning of the sentence, or like a certain way to write a sentence is always like we are starting it with the subject, and there is a subject that we talk about. Subject is something that we talk about. That's a basic thing that we need to understand. So whenever we talk about something, we will obviously write that one in the beginning. Obviously we'll write that subject word in the beginning, and if the subject word written in the beginning is written in the beginning, then it will be always a nominative case of the noun, or can be a pronoun. So if we are writing that in the beginning, then it will be the nominative case. So always remember that one. Nominative case will always come in the beginning of the sentence. So use for the subject in the sentence. It is all about the subject in the sentence. When, like, what is the function? Shows who and what is performing the action. Basically what you should understand about it, what is the role of noun in this one? Like, role is performing the action. So who is performing and what is performing the action will be always a nominative case. Nominative case will help us to understand who is going to perform the thing or what is going to be done in the sentence. So whatever is written about anything will be always telling us about the nominative case. What's in the nominative case? Nominative case, we have the example. Like I've taken the example for Ankur ma'am. Ankur cooks delicious food. So who is performing the action? Who is performing the action? Ankur is performing the action. So what is performing the action? Here we are not talking about like who or what is performing the action. Whomsoever is performing. If something is there which is non-living thing we are talking about, then there we can say that we can use the what word for actually understanding that. But here we are talking about somebody who's a living being, and Ankur cooks delicious food. So here it is somebody who's performing the action is written in the beginning. So Ankur as a word is in the nominative case because it is used as a subject in the sentence. We are talking about Ankur. Ankur cooks delicious food. Who cooks delicious food? So here we have to understand that one. It will be called as a nominative case. Then there is students are learning. Who are learning? Like students are learning. So whomsoever is performing the action, whomsoever is used as a subject in the sentence, then that will be nominative case. In this case, it will be a nominative case. Always remember that one. I hope so that it is clear to you. Give me a second. And then objective case. Now we're talking about the objective case. What is objective case? Objective case is something which is used as the object. When the noun or pronoun, it's quite obvious that we are not, obviously. When the noun or a pronoun are used as object in the sentence, then that would be called as accusative case. Accusative case, like we are putting accusative on, like it's kind of, you can say that used for the direct object of the verb. Used for the direct object of the verb or the object of preposition. Object of the preposition. If we are getting to know that what is the function, who and what receives the action. Whomsoever is receiving the action. That means if the noun or pronoun is written, noun or pronoun is written in the object's place, then particular noun or pronoun will be in the objective case. So the scenario of that particular noun or pronoun would be like objective one. So objective case is accusative case. Who receives the action, on whom accusation is made, or like here we are not talking about accusing somebody, we're talking about like who has received the action. So here we are talking about the sentence, I met Lovepreet yesterday. I met who? Lovepreet. So she talked to the manager. She talked to which person? Like the manager. So manager is a noun and it is used in the last. So and even it is used in the object's place. So we can remember that it is the objective case. Very easy to understand. Subjective, objective. It all depends upon the place of the word in the sentence. Then we have another one, that is dative case. Now what is dative case? Here we are talking about whom, not who. We are not talking about, like, the difference is it's similar to objective case, but here it is indirect object. So to actually understand that one, I would like to actually put some light on that objects are of two categories. One is direct object and other is indirect object. So when we are getting the answer for who or what, then we have the direct object. But when we are getting the answer for whom, who's like whom, then it is a indirect object. The dative case is used usually for the indirect object of the verb. Then what is the function of that one? To show or like shows to whom or for whom something is given or done. So he gave Rita a flower. Okay, he gave Rita a flower. He gave whom the flower? Okay, he gave whom the flower, then that will be Rita. Then there is example, I sent my friend a message. I sent whom the message? So in this scenario also we have the object in place, but here we are talking about the difference between the kinds of objects. One is the category of object which is a direct object, if that there is direct object, and if the noun or pronoun is placed in the place of a direct object, which is possible only with the word what or who, then that would be the accusative case or the objective case. But when it is called, when we are saying whom or by whom or for whom, then it is the dative case, or we can say that kind of objective case, but it is indirect objective case. Indirect objective case has been given a different name, that is a dative case. So you should remember that. Next is possessive case. Now possessive is possession. Everybody has their own possession in life. We are possessed with different kinds of works in life. I'm possessed with actually teaching. I'm possessed with my own daily works, like whatever I perform, like making food, doing laundry, and kinds of things that everybody does. So alongside, that's my possession, that's in my possession, that's my work. So when we say it's my work, my word signifies possession. So same way, whatsoever material things that you have in your life, that are also your possession, that are also your property. Like if we are talking about somebody's property or we are talking about somebody's possession, it will be in the possessive case. Then now we will see then how it plays a role. The role is very clear, as I mentioned before. Shows ownership or relationship. It shows the ownership or the relationship for the thing. Then and also tells who owns the things, who owns something. Like for example, I have taken my own example. This is Himanshu's notebook. Whose notebook? Himanshu's notebook. So Himanshu's, like written with the apostrophe s, is in the possessive case. So we should know about the cases like this, and it is also known as, if it is written somewhere that in your exercise or in any of your question in your paper, then you can say that what is like if they are talking about the genitive case, then also it is the possessive case. It's the same one. It's one on the same thing. Then we have dog's tail is long. So it doesn't matter whether we are writing it in the beginning or at the last, but if it has apostrophe s or we are talking about possession of something, so we can simply say that we have understood the four of them. Now the time is for understanding the last one. So last but not the least, that is case and apposition. We're gonna talk about this. First of all, understand what it is. Apposition is something. What is opposition? Opposition is opposite to something. Apposition is something said similar to the same. So a noun placed next to another noun, that means similar. Okay, not different but similar, not opposite but similar. So a noun placed next to another noun to explain or rename it, that means it is going to tell the same information but in a different way. Okay, so when we are talking about like when we are going to do the example, that we will be able to understand that better. What is the function? Extra, it add extra information to the noun beside it. That means Sham, the name of Lord Krishna, is known to everyone. So when we say Sham, then we said the name of Lord Krishna, then we said is known to everybody. So that's how we know that we are adding information about the same thing. So here we are, my brother, a skilled guitarist, lives in Winnipeg. Okay, and then it's Mr. Sharma, my neighbor. We are talking about the same person. Like we have added the information in this one. He is my neighbor, and in the previous one we said that my brother, he is a guitarist. So we added some information to the previous word. So then in that case, the case is the case in apposition. Apposition, opposition. Very easy to understand. Apposition is like placed when something is placed near to something similar in the formation or similar in the or saying the same information, adding information to the previous word. So that's how it is. The cases are like, there are different 5 cases that we have. Okay, let's move to the table that we should understand. Now we are going to talk about these 5 cases, a summary of the noun cases. Now what is that? I'm not going to use my pen now. So first one is the nominative case. What was the rule of that one? Its role is subject in the sentence. So nominative cases will always be your subject. So any noun or pronoun when is used as a subject in the sentence, that will be nominative case. So does the action, what is the function of it? It does the action in the sentence. Ankur sings. So yeah, she sings religious songs. Yeah. And then is that objective case. What is objective case? Can be a direct object or the object of preposition. Cannot be indirect object. Can be direct object and the object of preposition. What is the object of preposition? We should understand that when there is a preposition used in the sentence and after that one there is an object coming at the last. In that scenario also it will be the object, like if we say in the park or in the garden or something like that. So object in the preposition is still there in the sentence. So direct object is not there, but that's a objective case when there is preposition used in the sentence and then thereafter there is something written at the last, like I was playing in the garden. If I say I was playing in the garden, so garden is also the objective in the objective case, because there are 2 categories of the objects possible for the objective case. One is the direct object and other is the object of the preposition. Then we have the dative case. What is dative case? Indirect object. I told you what is the difference between the direct and the indirect object. Direct object will be answered with the word what, okay, what and who, and indirect object would be answered with the word whom or for whom, okay, or by whom, something like that. Receives the object like to whom or for whom. He gave Simran a letter. He gave whom a letter? Simran a letter. So possessive case, it shows the ownership, possession, your property. Shows belonging. It shows belonging. Okay. So even in the dative case, we should have added receives the object or something like that. Receives the object is very important. Receives the action. In objective case, he whom or whomsoever is the person will receive the action. But in a dative case, somebody will receive the object. And in case of possession, obviously it shows belongingness of something. This is Simran's book. Or there is another word, like there is another case, that is case in apposition. I told you that when we add something to the previous noun or pronoun and adds extra information, saying the same thing, talking about the same person, my friend, like my friend, an artist is very creative. We are talking about the word artist, we are talking about the my friend, both are same, but I'm adding some information to my word, subject, my friend, with the word an artist. So that's how it is. My friend, an artist, is very creative. We can simply say that. And that's how it is. I hope you would have understood from the given information. So you can take the screenshot of this summary table of noun cases, and you can just memorize all these in very short and brief information rather than just going through the whole chapters and everything and then trying to perform your exercise. You will be able to understand, you will be able to answer your questions. For now, I have to say bye-bye. Take care. Good night.